I'm waiting for others to join.
Mayor, you're not on mute. Michael, it's 5:30. I think you could get us ready to go. Let me know when you're ready.
Sure, it's streaming, Mr. Chairman. We're all set, Mr. Chairman. We're streaming.
Thank you, Michael. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the West Haven City Council special meeting to order. Tonight we have Mike DeMassa, acting clerk of the council. With that said, could we please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, if I could ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilman Donovan.
Donovan at large, present.
Councilwoman O'Connor.
Councilwoman, council at large here.
Councilman Hosky.
Councilwoman Bridget Hosky, 1st District, present.
Councilman Conlon. Councilman Conlon. Councilwoman Johnston.
Councilperson Johnston, 3rd District, here.
Councilman Galliano.
Councilman Mitchell Galagnano, 4th District, present.
Councilwoman Hamilton.
Councilman Robin Hamilton, 5th District, present.
Councilman Massaro.
Councilman Peter Massaro, 6th District, present.
Councilwoman McGee.
Councilwoman McGee, 7th District, present.
Councilwoman Finelli.
Councilwoman Crystal Finelli, 8th District, present.
Councilman Bruno.
Councilman Robert Bruno, 9th District, present.
Councilman Cohen.
Councilman Barry Lee Cohen, 10th District, present.
Chairman Quagliani.
Council at large, Ron Quagliani, present.
I have a quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Michael. Would you please call the, read the call of the meeting into the record, please?
In accordance with Rule 11 of the rules governing the actions of the City Council, Mayor Nancy R. Rossi has called a special meeting of the West Haven City Council to be held at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 18th, 2021 via electronic means in accordance with Standing Rule number 30. Of course, it gives the link to watch the meeting live. The purpose of this special meeting is as follows. Mayor Nancy R. Rossi's presentation of the budget and 5-year capital plan for fiscal year July 1st, 2021 to June 30th, 2022. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Michael. At this time, I'll turn it over to Mayor Rossi to present the recommended budget.
Thank you, Chairman Quagliani. Before presenting the city budget for fiscal year 2022, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the challenges and loss of so many over the past 12 months due to the impact of COVID-19. It has been a difficult and trying year. My heart goes out to all who have lost loved ones. I am hopeful that with the broader availability of vaccines, better days are ahead. And I'm going to read my address, but I first wanted to show everyone. This is the cover. I absolutely think it's beautiful, but I hope all of you agree. Can you see? Dear Chairman Quagliani, members of the City Council, and residents of the City of West Haven, as required by and in compliance with the West Haven City Charter, it is my pleasure to present my recommended operating budget for fiscal year 2022, which begins on July the 1st, 2021, and ends on June 30th, 2022. I am pleased to submit a conservative but fiscally responsible budget that will keep the city and Allentown Fire District tax mill rate constant. In 2020, West Haven conducted the state-mandated reevaluation, which is required of every municipality every 5 years. The grand list increased by $312.5 million citywide. The value of our taxable property has now passed $3 billion. The grand list has increased 3 consecutive years. With the reevaluation, the city will move the mill rate downward to adjust for the significant increase in property values. The fiscal year 2021 mill rate was 37.48 mills, and I am recommending a reduced mill rate of 34 mills. The Allentown Fire District mill rate was 14.02 mills, and I am recommending 10.91 mills. As you know, the City of West Haven fell under the oversight of the Municipal Accountability Review Board, MARB, on December 4th, 2017, because of deficit bonding in 2017 by the prior administration. The MARB oversight included state restructuring grants that began with $8 million in FY 2018 and are due to phase out in fiscal year 2022. The city has 3 consecutive balanced budgets and audits, all with positive results. The MARB has been a necessary partner over the last 3 years. I have removed the final year of MARB funding in the amount of $2 million from my recommended budget. It would be irresponsible to take this funding when our financial outlook is positive. The governor's recommended budget submitted to the state legislature in February included an additional $4.972 million in stimulus funding for West Haven. The General Assembly also passed 3-tiered payment in lieu of taxes program pilot, which, if funded, will generate additional state funding to compensate the city for lost revenue related to non-taxable organizations. This funding is not included in the recommended budget because the state budget is not finalized or approved. The City of West Haven was earmarked in President Biden's American Rescue Plan, ARP, to receive approximately $18.76 million in federal funding. 50% of this funding will be available within 60 days, and the other 50% will follow. This funding can be used through December 31st, 2024. I have included $1.575 million of this federal funding in my recommended budget designated as American Rescue Plan. This funding is approved for use and will come directly to the city through a Community Development Block Grant, CDBG. The $1.575 million equates to 8% of the ARP funding that is available for West Haven. The Board of Education will directly receive an additional $20.9 million from the ARP for COVID-19 related educational expenses. I have received guidance from our federal legislators which confirm the purpose and scope of this funding is to provide immediate relief and assistance to our residents. This budget is balanced, responsible, and will be sustained now and in future fiscal years. We have to be cautious and vigilant with the use of this new state and federal stimulus funding. Much of this new funding is one-time and non-recurring revenue and should not fund ongoing municipal operations or the permanent expansion of programs. This funding will be used as directed by the American Rescue Act for expenses relative to COVID-19, revenue loss, and for sewer, water, and broadband projects. We have worked together to successfully change the financial and budget culture in West Haven, which now gives us the opportunity to focus on other important priorities, which includes addressing our aging infrastructure, removing blight in our city, revitalizing our parks, athletic fields, and other citywide properties. We will initiate these improvements while completing the many current infrastructure and school construction projects already underway. With developers and investors gaining more confidence in West Haven and the growing interest in our recently state-approved enterprise zone, I am confident West Haven will continue to move forward, creating additional economic development opportunities in the future. I look forward to working with the City Council over the next several weeks to pass a budget that will not only continue our progress, but will allow us to invest in education, public safety, and infrastructure, and continue to improve our quality of life for all of our residents. In conclusion, I would like to thank our Finance Director, Department of Finance, and department heads for assisting me in compiling the data and information that was necessary for this comprehensive budget document. Respectfully submitted, Nancy R. Rossi, Mayor, City of West Haven. I want to thank you all for your time tonight and for being on the meeting.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of comments before we conclude. The council will have two budgets, if you will. One budget should have come to your email for your review this evening, and so the budget packets with the hard copy of the budget will be delivered tomorrow in the regular council packet for Monday's meeting. Also, for the residents, the budget will be put up on the City of West Haven website for you to review as well. The council should be getting a notice from the finance chair sometime over the next several days regarding the schedule for the Finance Committee Council as a whole meetings, which will take place in the month of April. The budget hearing date, public hearing for this budget will be March the 29th at 6 p.m. So if any resident would like to submit comments, please do so either in writing to the West Haven City Council or by email to Mike DeMassa in the council office, and we will read your comments into the record again on Monday, March 29th at 6 p.m. If there's no other business in front of us this evening, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Councilman Galignano, seconded by Councilwoman O'Connor. We are adjourned. Thank you very much for making time to attend the meeting. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.